nth operations on database table. Okay, and row numbers are temporary numbers. That means when the query will be change, automatically your row numbers also change. Okay, na? So and that's why it is called a temporary numbers. But where row IDs are we called as a permanent numbers, we call where row IDs are called as a permanent numbers. So now this is one small example then how I can see my row numbers, okay, for each row wise that we discussed in the last class. But by using of this row num, okay, whatever I said here, okay, the top n or nth operations, how to perform here, let me see. Okay, so I just open this. Okay, now this is actually our table. Okay, the total 14 employees we have in this. And suppose on this table, if I was applied my row num pseudo column, then what I said, each row wise the row numbers are generated. Okay, na? So whatever the row numbers you can see, these are called as a row numbers. And when you apply this pseudo column on this particular or on particular table, then automatically the row numbers are automatically generated here. Okay, but what I'm saying here, these row numbers are not permanent. Why? Because, for example, if I want to change my query, if I'm going to change now, for example, select a star from EMP, where department number, if I'm giving 20, and here the 20th department people, suppose that information I have to see, then you can see row num, comma, e name, and department number. See, query changed here. Okay, my previously my query was written like this, and these are the row numbers. Okay, for this query. Now the query will be changed now, and you can see how the row numbers will be changes here. Okay, and now we can go for to check it out to enter. Now it was showing here queries are changes. So here first employee name is what now here. Here it was showing first one, then okay one. But Jones here the number is 4, but your number is 2. Scott number is how much here? 8, but you're showing 3. Adam's number is 11, here 4. Broad numbers is in here 5. So that means what happened when query will change, automatically row numbers also change. Automatically row numbers also change. So that's why the row numbers, what we called as here, these are not a permanent numbers we called. Okay, now these are the temporary numbers we called as. Okay, right. And now let me see. This is what another example to go for your. Okay, then I can go to copy this here, right? So this is what it was going to be happening. Okay, now, but how this row num I'm going to using in my queries to fetching of your, okay, to fetching of your data. That means the position of data like row number, okay, the first row, second row, like top n rows, top 3 rows, top 5 rows. Okay, like if you want to go for to fetching that information, then how I can fetch it here. Okay, so I'm going to write examples here. Let me go and check it out. My first example. Okay, what is my first example? Write a query. Write a query. Okay, so write a query. Now we can see to fetch. Okay, to fetch. Okay, the first row. Okay, the first row from EMP table. From EMP table by using row num. By using row num. Okay, now so what I'm asking here, I want to fetch the first row. Okay, by using my row num. So by using of row num pseudo column, how to fetch the first position of row from your table. Got it my point now? So that is I want to find out here. So now let me see to write this query, how I'm going to write here, carefully observe. So select star from EMP table where, see where I'm using what now, row num is equals to 1. Okay, row num is equals to 1. So that means here the point is what now? My row num starts with 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the row numbers on this table. Okay, and in this, my row num 1 is equals to, my row num 1 is equals to, okay, so row num 1 I was given now. When I was given row num 1 here, then see, my first row information is we got it. Yes or no? So we got it first row or not? Yes. So by using of row num, we are getting the first row. Okay, whatever the first position of row is there. So that row we are going to be get it now. Okay, and now let me see. This is your n. That means which position you wanted. That position information we got from your table. Okay, right. In the same pattern, now I'm going to asking here. In the same pattern, now I'm going to asking. Okay, what is my second example? Carefully observe. What is second example here? Write a query to fetch. Okay, fetch the second. Okay, position. The second position row from EMP table. From EMP table. So by using row underscore num. Okay, I'm using what now? Row underscore num. And now tell me guys here, I want to get my second row. Okay, how to get second row, guys? How to write this query? Any guessing, guys? So anybody guessing here? How to write my second position of row to fetch? Can you show me your logic? What is the logic for getting your second position of row? How to get now? Come on, how to write? So as per this, so many people what they expected here. So row num is equals to 2. Okay, now yes. So many people they expecting row num is equals to 2. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to writing this. Select a star from EMP. So where? So I want to send row num is equals to 2. Okay, so when I'm passing row num is equals to 2, and what it was happening, you can see to execute it was showing no rows. It was showing what now? No rows. So why, sir? Why when I'm giving row num is equals to 2, why it was showing no rows? But actually, can you see in my table, second row is there here actually. Can you find out the second row? The second row, ln. The second row, okay, it was there in the table. It is available. What it was showing here, when I'm using row num is equals to 2, it was showing guys what? No rows are selected. Okay, now? So why, sir? Why it was showing like this? What is the reason? Okay, let me see, guys. Generally, what it was happen when we apply row num pseudo column on a table, what it was happen? Row num is always starting with 1. Okay, row num is always starts with 1. So for every selection of a row, that means which position of row are you selected? Which position of row are you selected? From that position, your row num starts with 1. So, getting my point, all of you? Which position of a row are you selected? From that position, your row num is starts with 1. Okay, for example, in my first example, what I'm asking in the first example, row num is equals to, okay, 1. So I need to select which position do I need to select, guys? Yes, I need to select a first position of row I want to select. So in this example, I want to select first position of row. That means first position of row I want to select in this query. That means I want to select my first position of row. That's why row num starts with the row num starts with what now? 1. So which row position are you selected? From that position, your row num starts with 1. Okay, so that's why it is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. Like it was started. Now what next I'm asking here? I wanted a second position of row. I wanted a second position of row. Okay, so which position I wanted? Second position of row. So second position of row I wanted. So that means when I'm going to applying row num, then row num will started from here 1. Understand now? This is 1. Okay. This is 2. This is 3, 4. So now ln, okay, row num how much here? 1. ln row num is how much here? 1. So 1 is equals to 2. Condition is not matching. Okay, now 1 is equals to 2. Condition is not matching. Okay. So by this reason, what it was happened, whenever you want to pass this, okay, it was showing what now? No rows are selected. Okay. So that means which position of a row are you selected? From that position, it will be started. Your row num is 1. The concept understand now? Understand or not? Okay. Once again, I will explain to you. Once again, I will explain to you. So see, guys, careful observe. In this, nothing was there. Okay. Suppose I want it here. Okay. Suppose I want it here. Third position row I wanted. Understand now? I wanted what now? Third position row I wanted. Okay. So third position row. Which employee was there in the third position? That employee name is what now here? Come on, guys. What is the name for third employee? Third employee. So I wanted the third employee position here. Third row I wanted. So by using of row num, if I want to fetch the third position row, then row num here onwards it will be started what? 1. So Word is a 1, Jones is a 2, Martin is a 3, Blake is a 4, Clerk is a 5. Okay, na? Scott is a 6. Okay, now so that means which position you wanted? Third position of row. So third position of row when I selected, from there row num starts with 1. Suppose I want here ninth position. This is actually ninth position. If I wanted ninth position of row, then from here onwards your row num starts with this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Got it my point now? So which one we want to select it? From there it was started row num is equals to 1. Okay, my statement understand what I'm speaking here. Which position of row are you selected? From that position, your row num starts with the 1 only. Got it my point? From that position, your row num starts with the 1 only. Hello? Guys, my voice is clear? One second, one second. So guys, now you can check it out. Now it is okay. Now it is clear. Okay, right. So now in between, suppose if anything, that means a sound will be any up and down is there, immediately message me. Okay, na? Right. So now it is okay now. Okay, right, guys. And let me see. So what we said here, now again come back to here. Okay. What I'm asking here, so which position of row are you selected? Okay, now which position of row are you selected from your table? From there onwards, your row num starts with 1. Okay, now if you selected your first row, okay, then row num starts with 1. If you selected fifth row, then row num starts with 1. If you selected ninth row, then row num starts with 1. If you selected your 12th row, the row num starts with 1. Okay, now? So the point is what now? Which position of a row are you selected? Are you pick from your table? From that row onwards, your row num starts with 1 only. That is the nature of a row num pseudo column. That is the nature of row num pseudo column. Okay, now? Now the clear all of you? Come on, guys. Now it's clear. Row num nature. Yes. So that was clear. Clear now? By that reason, what I'm saying here, by that reason, in this first example, why, sir, it was came first row means, because I wanted here the first position of row I wanted. So the first position of row I wanted. So always your row num starts with 1 only. So I wanted first row and row num starts with 1 only. So 1 is equals to 1 matching. Yes, very good. 1 is equals to 1 match. 1 is equals to 1 matching. So that's why it was came as. But second row, what it was happened in the second time, row num is equals to 2. I was given. That means which position you wanted? Second position you wanted. That means my first row I'm not selected. I'm selected which row? Second row. So from that row, your row num started. That means the previous row, this is not considered. Okay, now this row is not considered. Okay, this row is not considered here. Okay, now so this row is not considered. It was considered from second row. Which row are you selected? From there it was considered. So which row I'm selected? Second row I'm selected. So second row I'm selected means first row is not considered. That means your row num starts with the second row onwards. Your row num starts with what now? Second row onwards. So second row onwards means my row num how much here? 1. Okay, now my row num is how much here? 1. And now we can come out and see 1 is equals to 2. Condition is matching or not? Yes, condition is not matching. So condition is not matching means your condition is false. Condition is false. So when condition false, then it was showing what now? No rows are selected because my condition is not true. If it is true, definitely it will be written some value. But your condition is false, there is a no return value. So this is what the problem is going to be happen. So that means I'm writing here some statement here. What is my statement? Okay, let me first I want to select this. Okay, here the note point. What is my note point here? Row num generally row num is always starts with the one for for each selected for each selected row from a table. Okay, na? So for each selected row, so which row are you selected? For each selected row, it always starts with the 1. Okay, right. So to overcome, so to overcome, so to overcome the above problem, overcome the above problem, then we use the following special operator. The following special operators are, okay, less than, comma, less than or equals to. Okay, now so to avoid this problem, I want to use less than, comma, less than or equals. So these two operators I want to use to avoid here. Okay, but now see, I'm using these two operators. How it was work now. So my requirement is what now? Second position row I want it here. So now we are carefully observe. Again, I'm showing my table. This is actually your entire table. Okay, now, and from this table, which position I want it here? Second position I want it. So second position, if I'm calling now, okay, select a star from EMP, where row num, if I'm using, for example, row num less than 2, if I'm giving now. Row num less than 2, if I'm giving, what it was happen? The row num starts with here 1. So this is 1. Okay, the row num starts with a 1. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, like this. So now this condition, whenever I'm going to passing here, what is my first condition? 1. So 1 less than 2, condition satisfied. So this row will come to you. Second one is what now? 2 less than 2, condition false. Next 3 less than 2, condition false. So here only this row is satisfied. That's why what it was happening to me, it was returns only first row. Smith only came. Why Smith only came? Because Smith 1 less than 2, condition satisfied, then first row is came. But 2 less than 2, condition is not satisfied. That's why it is not written second row. So here also not happening. Okay, fine. Next I will use now. I'm using next. Okay, sir. Less than or equals to 2 also I'm using. Less than or equals to 2 means what it was happen? Top 2 rows are come to us. Top 2 row means here this row is satisfied. 1. So 1 less than or equals to 2. First row satisfied. Second row ln row num 2. 2 less than or equals to 2. Second row satisfied. And third row is what now? Word. So 3 less than, okay, less than or equals to 2, not satisfied, false. So false. So from the third onwards, false. That means here, how many rows displayed to me? How many rows displayed here? Top 2 rows are displayed. Top 2 rows are displayed. Okay. But your requirement is what now? I want to display top 2 rows or exactly second position row now. Exact second position row. Okay, so fine. So second position row, I want it. I don't want it top 2 rows. I want it second position of row. I want it. Okay, then how, sir? So how we can do? Can you tell me? Less than or equals to 2 means top 2 rows are came. But from this top 2 rows, I need a second row only. So that means, is there any logic, guys? So your 2 rows are there. Careful observe. I will give to hint. This is 2 rows. This is 2 rows. 2 rows are there. 2 rows minus 1 row is equals to 1. Yes or no? 2 rows are there. In this 2 rows, I want to do some minus first row. I want to do minus first row. Then what it will come? Second row will come. Yes or no? Do you have any minus operator? Do you have in this? Yes. From which category that is minus operator? Yes, set operators. So we have here set operators. Can you remember now set operators? What are the set operators, guys? Union, union all, intersect, minus. So now tell me, union means we know all values are combining without duplicates. Union all means okay, combining all rows with duplicates. Intersect means what I said, common rows. Okay, in both tables, which is common row, that will come to you. That is intersect. What about minus, guys? Minus means what we discussed in the set operators. Minus means what we said. Come on, anybody? Anybody remembers minus operator, how it was working? Minus operator means what we said. It was returns uncommon values from left side set. Yes or no? It returns uncommon values from left set. That means a left side set. Uncommon. Is it or not? It returns left side uncommon value. So uncommon value that was written from left side only, not right side. So now careful observe, don't confuse. Now this is my query. This is my query. So when I'm giving my condition, okay, row num less than or equals to 2, if I'm giving this condition, as per this condition, 1 second. Row num less than or equals to 2 I was given. When I given this condition, I have to get 2 rows. Here Smith, carefully observe. And Allen. So we got it Smith and Allen. Okay now? Same as here I'm using minus operator. Minus. Next what I want to say, row num is equals to 1. Row num is equals to 1 means what it was come? Smith. Okay, in between I'm using minus operator. Now Smith and Allen, this is one set. Here Smith is a one set. So minus operator means what now? Uncommon values from left side. So this is Smith and Smith. Smith and Smith, uncommon value or common value? Common value. So common values are not written by minus operator. Minus operator is written only uncommon values. Then uncommon value is what now in this case? Ln. Ln is called as a uncommon value. It is a uncommon value. Yes or no? So now I will get Ln now. I will get what now? Ln. So my answer is got it now. Come on, guys. You got it, your answer? Yes. So I got it my answer. Okay, left side uncommon value is what now? Ln is the uncommon value in the left side. So that will be written by your oracle. Okay, that means how to write now condition here. Carefully observe. So my condition will be select star from. Okay, come on. EMP where, okay, so row num less than or equals to 2 minus select star from EMP where row num less than 2 also you can write, no problem. Less than 2 also you can write, no problem. Otherwise equals to 1 also you can write, no problem. Okay, so in this case what I'm saying here, in this case what it was happen, this is left side query, this is a right side query. Left side query result is Smith Allen, okay na, Allen. Right side query result is what now, Smith. So this is left side query result, right side query result minus. So Smith and Smith, these are called a common value. So common value will not written by minus. Minus will return uncommon value. Uncommon value which side? Left side, not right side. Okay. Then finally you will be get now. Yes. So finally you got it as second position of a row. We got it. My point understand now? Hmm. So this is the way how to fetch the second position of row. Now finally I got my solution. What is the solution for this query? This is the solution of your query. Okay now? Right. Same. Now I'm going to asking, okay, try one example for your side. Write a query to fetch fifth row from EMP table by using row num pseudo column. As per this, now tell me guys, fifth row I want to get or I want to fetch my fifth row. Tell me what is the logic here, tell me. Just logic, tell me. Yes, Ashu. Less than or equals to 5, left side. Right side, yes. So now different ways you can write now. Yes, different ways we can write. So now left side I'm keeping less than or equals to 5. Okay. Right side I'm keeping here. Can I keep like this here? Less than or equals to 4. Can I keep this? Less than or equals to 5, less than or equals to 4. Yes. So that means in the left side query result, in right side query result, how many rows are matching? First 4 rows are matching. Which row is not matching? Fifth row. So the fifth row we got it. The fifth row we got it. Same as you can see. Otherwise somebody writing like this, less than 5. Can I write now? And here also Martin. So your wish, you can write either this or this. Anyone you can go to write down. Okay, now? Right. Now I'm asking here. So this is okay. Now the next question. What is my next question? Write a query to fetch top 5 rows from EMP table from EMP by using row num pseudo column. So I wanted top 5 rows. How we can? Come on guys, how we can? Yes, simply less than or equals to 5. Simple. So here simple query. So how to write my query here? Select star from EMP where row num less than or equals to 5. Then top 5 rows are come to me. Okay, now top 5 rows are come to me. Okay. Now same as, can you write one more logic? What is my logic? Write a query to fetch rows from third, okay, from third to ninth row position, from third to ninth row, or from third to ninth rows from EMP table by using row num. Now tell me, I wanted 3 to 9. I wanted. Then how we can write? Come on. Come on, guys. How to write now? Left side, which condition I want to write in the left side? Left side, which condition I want to write in the left side? Row num less than or equals to 9. Okay, fine. Right side? Yes, of course. Less than 3. Okay, less than 3. Very good. So now I'm going to write in here. So select a star from EMP where row num less than or equals to 9 minus select a star from EMP where row num less than 3. Or even though less than or equals to 2 also can give it, no problem. Yes or no? Less than or equals to 2 also set here. So less than or equals to 3. Less than or equals to 3 means here what happened, you can see carefully. In this right side, left side query, the numbers are displayed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is left side. Minus right side. Right side, how much it will come? 1, comma 2 only. So 1, 1 is the matching data. 2, 2 is matching data. From where your data is not matching, guys? From where your data is not matching, guys? From the position of 3. So 3 to 9 came now? Yes or no? 3 to 9 came or not? Yes. So now we can see I execute. So word to king. Let you see word to king third to 9 or not, you can see. So word is a third row. Next Jones 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now? Right. So this is like you can go to fetching here. Your so and so row to so and so row. Okay, next. Can you try one more example? I'm asking. Write a query to fetch. Okay, careful observe. Write a query to fetch the last 2 rows. The last 2 rows from EMP table by using row num. I wanted the last 2 rows. I wanted, guys. Okay, na? So can you try this? The last 2 rows, how to get it now? Come on, rise. No. I want it last condition write down. Condition write down. Last 2 rows I want to write. So what is my question? In your table, how many number of rows are there? I don't know. No, 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 no. My question, listen first. In your table, how many number of rows are there? I don't know. In my table, 10 rows are there, or 14 rows are there, or 1 lakh rows are there, or 5 lakhs rows are there. I don't know. So without knowing how many number of rows are there in the table, okay. So from there, I have to get a last 2 rows. Okay, I will give 5 minutes of time. Just think logic and write it down. I'm waiting for you. Take 5 minutes time. Last 2 rows, I want it. Imagine your table is having 100 rows, 10 rows, 200 rows, whatever it may be. But last 2 rows only, I have it. Then what is the logic for this? Take 5 minutes of time and write. All of you try this logic. Okay, I'm waiting for you. Come on, your time start now. Write down. Yes. Okay. So almost everyone tried. Right. And somebody trying. Okay. So row number less than max of no. Okay. Okay. Right. Once you check out, guys, here. So how many people they written right or wrong? Okay. Let me come out. So first, there are two mechanisms we have here. First one is what now? When we know how many number of rows are there in the table is one case. Suppose if I know how many number of rows are there in my table, so I don't want to go for like okay, I don't want to like to think about how many rows, whatever it is, okay, because I know directly how many rows, so I can write like this: select a star from, okay, so emp, and where I want to use row num, so row num less than or equals to 14 I can use, because when we knows that, okay, now when we knows that, we can write like this, okay, right. So I'm using next to minus operator and same as giving. Okay, here I will take it 12. Okay, this is when it is whenever we knows how many number of rows are there in the table. So there I can go to write like this. Got it my point now? Mm. So now what happened here? 14 minus 12. 14 minus 12 means how many rows are matching here? Come on, guys. How many rows matching here? Definitely. 12 rows are matching here. So 12 rows are matching means the last two rows are not matching. Got it my point now? 12 rows are matching means last two rows are not matching. So the last two rows will come to us. Okay, fraud and Miller. So last two rows are what now? Fraud and Miller. Okay, this is when I'm going to writing like this. When I know so how many number of rows are there in the table, so that I can directly write like this. But this is one way of, okay. But when you're going to interviews, the people will not ask you like this. Okay, they will be asked. Just imagine you have a one table. In the table, how many number of rows are there? I don't know. But to find out last two rows, if you have 100 rows, then the last two rows are what it was come 99, 100. If you have 200 rows, the last two rows what it was come 199, 200. Okay, so in this case, how I want to write now? Okay, carefully observe. Now I'm going to writing very simply. Select star from EMP. If I'm using select star from EMP, what it was happen, guys? Tell me, come on. In this case, what it was happen? All rows will come to you. All rows means, for example, your table is having 14 rows. 14 rows are come to you. If your table is having 100 rows, 100 rows are come to you. Yes or no? All rows are come to you. Okay. From this all rows, I'm using minus select star from EMP, where what I want to use row num. Okay, row num is equals to, that means less than or equals to, here how much I want to give here? N minus 2 I want to give. Yes or no? If n value 100, 100 minus 2 how much here? 98 here. Got it my point now? Mm. But this is okay. Logic is okay. But how this logic can I write means, so this logic can be write like here, observe, carefully observe, of select. If I'm using count of star, when I'm using count of star, because already you know the count function. Now tell me, if I'm using the count of star like this, okay, this inner query, if I'm writing like this, what it was happen, guys? What is the result for this query on the CMP table? What is the result? The result is 14 rows. Count function here, I'm telling, select the count of star from EMP. If I'm writing what it was come, 14 rows will display. See, I'm showing now.
Some people are not getting my point. Select count of star from EMP. What is your result? 14. So your table number of rows 14, 14 will come. 100, 100 will come. 200, 200 will come. Got it? Then what I am doing here? 14 minus 2. 14 minus 2, how much? Come on. 12. So if I executed 12, I got it. 12, I got it now. Right. So now what I'm saying here, select a star from EMP. Select a star from EMP. What it was happen? 14 rows are displayed. 14 rows minus select star from EMP. Star from EMP, where row num less than or equals to select count of, see, select count of star minus 2 from EMP. Okay, na? Here carefully observe. Here careful observe here. What is here? Suppose in this example, this is your left side query. Left side query, if you have a 14 rows and a minus operator, this entire the result is called a right side query. Right side query, what it was happened? This inner query result is how much? 12. So 14 minus 12, last two rows come. Understand? Na? Suppose in your table there are 100 rows are there. 100 rows minus 2 means how much it will come? 98. Then 100 minus 98, last two rows are come. For example, you have your 500 rows in your table. Then this will come to 500 minus 2. Then what it was come here? 498. So 500 minus 498, last two rows come. So that means this logic is useful for whenever user doesn't know how many number of rows are there in the table. Okay, na? Got it my point now? Now we can see, now we'll be getting or not last two rows. Got it now? Come on, guys. Okay, this is what we called. So here two cases you can write. In the first case, when we don't know the how many number, when we know how many number of rows are there, in that case you can write like this here. Or else when we don't know the number of rows in a table, so you can write like this. Okay, na? So these are what now row num pseudo column, how to fetching your top n or nth position of rows from your table. Okay, na? So these are what row ID and row num how to work here. And now come back. So as of now, we are going to be completed all, okay, what we called non-correlated subqueries are, we finish it here. Single row, multiple column, inline view. And now next type is there, that is called as a correlated. But correlated subquery, okay, where you want to use means I already said to you. Non-correlated, correlated, which we want to give first priority means that, so we said 99.99% the real-time people first they will give a priority for non-correlated. Because of reason I said performance-wise it was good. But correlated when I want to use sir means that when our requirements are not fulfilled by using non-correlated mechanism, okay, so there we required a correlated. Otherwise, our requirements are fulfilled, but we are implementing very complex queries. So there we need to simplify my complex query. That means simplest formation if you want to write. then we are using a correlated. Okay, now this is the only the way you can use correlated. Otherwise, don't use correlated because performance wise it's very slow. Now we can see the point I will explain to you. Previously, can you remember where when we stopped here? Can you remember this? I want to display employee details who are earning third highest salary. Okay, na? Ah, so in this third highest salary, if I need to find out by using of non-correlated mechanism, then how we are writing guys here? First highest salary we need to find out two queries we return. Second highest salary, three queries. Third, four. Then 30th highest, 31 times. 150th highest, 151 times we need to write. That means non-correlated will be working to write to find out n, then we need to write a n plus 1 times. So that means my requirement is fulfilled. I'm not saying that my requirement is not fulfilled. My requirement is fulfilled, but to fulfill this requirement purpose, we are using number of complex queries. We are writing complex query, very lengthy query we are writing. A number of queries we are using in this. It's highly difficult because you can't write now. So 30th highest means 31 queries a programmer want to write means it's not easy. It's highly complex in real time. Yes or no? It's highly complex in real time. So we can't write like this. So now in this case, whatever we did here, I want to go for simplest formation. I want to go. Why should I want to write n plus 1 queries? Instead of writing n plus 1 queries, I'm writing only a single subquery I'm writing. Only one subquery I'm writing to fulfill our requirement. Understand now? Then how it is, sir? So I said in the last session, I said how to overcome the above problem. I already said to you, I will again remind to you this point. Okay, now after some time. So now, okay, I'm going to recalling this point, how to overcome this problem. Okay, now we can come back. So there we want to use your correlated subquery technique. I'm using now. So now the second side heading, I'm taking a second type is what now? Correlated subquery. Okay, now correlated subquery. Correlated subquery, what we discuss as per the definition. First, which query is executed, guys? First, outer query is executed. Outer query is executed, and second one, okay, in the second case, or second means not second, later. I want to take later. Later, inner query is executed. Inner query will execute. Okay, this is what. So first outer, later inner. And now see, my problem, whatever the problem is there, n plus 1 times, the problem I need to overcome. Okay, first I will give a syntax to you. So carefully observe the syntax. Syntax to find out nth highest or lowest salary. Okay, now what is the syntax for this? Carefully observe. Select star from table name. Otherwise, I will give it like that. Select a star from table name. And I'm writing here. Table alias name 1, where where n minus 1 is equals to, the condition is n minus 1 is equals to inner query. Select count of distinct column name from table name, table alias name 2. Okay, where table alias name 2 dot column name, and here I want to use less than or greater than symbols. Then table alias name 1 dot column name, and close. So this is what now the correlated subquery syntax to find out the highest salary or lowest salary. Same syntax you can, and it is a simple subquery statement. And here, can you see here less than and greater than I was given now? Here less than and greater than. What is this less than greater than? You can see less than I want to use, okay, to find out the lowest salary purpose. To find out lowest salary. Okay, greater than symbol I want to use, guys, here to find out the highest salary. Okay, now these are the two symbols as per your requirement you can use. Okay, now tell me, anybody understand this syntax, guys? Here have a confusion now? Any understand the syntax, or else having little bit confusion? Confusion now? Okay, right. So here, see, simply I will explain to you what is what. Yeah, nothing was there. Okay, now same. First, I will show you a small table I'm taking. Okay, a small table I'm taking, and I'm applying this syntax on small table. So once your mechanism is understand, then you can apply on any confusion, or sorry, let's say any table you can apply. Okay, right. So first, my requirement is what now? Okay, I'm creating one small table, but before that, I have to say, okay, fine. Now I'm creating one small table. Create table, table number test. Employee name, varchar2 of some size, sal. It's a number of 10. After that, I am inserting few records into this. Carefully observe. Test. Sending values. Employee name is Smith. Salary was 75,000 rupees. Next, employee name is Jones. Salary was 12,000 rupees. Next, ward. Employee number. Okay, here I want to give it, for example, 36,000 rupees. Okay, next I will go to here, Alan. Okay, I'm taking here 55,000 rupees. And the next I'm giving here, okay, Scott. Okay, 75,000 rupees. And next Miller. The amount of salary is okay, 28,000 rupees. I just committed to permanently save my data. Okay, right. So after that, okay, so how we can go for this here? Now I want to take my table. So carefully observe. Yes, this is our information about table. Total number of employees are having 6 employees in this table and their salary is also there. So now what I want to do, guys, here from this table, suppose I need to get, so which employee is getting the first highest salary in this table. Okay. So now we can see by using correlated how I can do this. Write a query to display the first highest salary employee details, to display the first highest salary employee details from a table. So this is a question, and already this question and answer we already know in non-correlated. So can you write in non-correlated now this query? Come on, guys. Can we write a non-correlated operation for this? We already written or not? So how to get first highest salary employee details in non-correlated? Check it out. Can be written or not? This requirement is happening or not? Yes. So you got it now? The first highest salary employees, we got it or not? Yeah. So we are getting in non-correlated. Already this task is happened, already done. But in correlated, how I can do this here, sir? Okay. Now we can see in correlated how to do. And before that, this syntax observe carefully. Syntax is what now? Select a star from table name and table alias name where n minus 1 is equals to, I'm saying that. So here my logic is n minus 1. N minus 1 means n value how to take here. N value how to take means which highest salary are you finding? First highest, second highest, fifth highest, 30th highest, 50th highest, 150th highest. Okay, 1 lakh highest. So which highest salary are you finding? That is called a n value. That is called a n value. So that means here the logic observed. What is the solution here? Non-correlated point logic is what? No, n minus 1. This is logic. This is the logic of this is the logic of correlated n minus 1. In this n minus 1, you can substitute now n value. How much n value here? First highest. First highest means n value is 1. 1 minus 1 is equals to how much, guys? It was came 0. Are you understanding now? Come on, guys. Okay. For example, if I want it fifth highest salary, then n is equals to how much? Yes, n is equals to 5. Then 5 minus 1 is equals to how much? 4. Okay, suppose if I'm asking 50th highest salary, then 50 minus 1. 50 minus 1 means what is the position? 49. Suppose if anybody asks you the 500th highest salary, then what I want to give? 500 minus 1, and that means 499. Understand now? So n value how to take and n minus 1 value how to calculate. Are you clear this n minus 1 formula? Come on. Okay. So this is n minus 1. That n minus 1, I will give it here. So n minus 1 means 1 minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is equals to 0. So in place of n minus 1, how much I want to give? Come on, guys. In place of n minus 1, how much I want to give? 0. Very good. So now I'm giving 0 now. So carefully observe. As per syntax, I follow. Select star from EMP, where n minus 1 is equals to 0. 0 is equals to off. Okay, here, sorry, here I want to take my alias name now. So E1 alias name. Okay, where 0, and select count of star from EMP E2, where E2 dot salary is greater than, because highest salary I want to find, dot E1 dot salary. See, I just followed my syntax. Whatever the syntax was there, I just followed my syntax. Okay, na? Very good. This is tables, not EMP table. What is the table here? Test table. Yes, very good. Test T1. And actually, I was small. Okay, we created one own table. Test number T2. So then what it was happen? Here conditions I have to change. T2 dot salary is greater than T1 dot salary. Is it clear? Everything? Here one thing we missed now. What we missed here? Count of, as per formula, count of what here? Distinct sal. Okay. So now you can come out and see to executing now. Okay. So finally you got it. Your first highest salary employee details, you got it or not? So how many people getting first highest salary in this example table? As per my table, how many employees are getting first highest salary? Come on. Yes, 2 people we are getting. So the 2 people information, I got it. So I will take this as your table. Okay. So I got it my first highest salary employee details. And 2 people are there, 2 people here. But sir, you have a question. Sir, this query, how it was executed, sir? Can you explain this query? Okay, now. So some people are asking, sir, how this query is executed internally? Can you explain? Okay, now? Right, definitely. So directly output is came, but how the query internally working, correlated subquery, how it was working, so we don't know. So now I will explain, okay, how that query internally executed and how this output is came. Okay, now? But that query explanation I will give tomorrow. Understand now? So tomorrow I will give the query internal explanation, how internally executed. Okay, now? Are you clear now? Right. Tomorrow I will give to you.